An apple costs 10 rupees, an onion costs rupees 8. Select the most suitable sentence with respect to grammar and usage. So as we can see that as we have solved GATE 2016 set 1 and 2, so we have seen similar type of questions are there, just only the sentences are changed. So over here, grammatically which statement is correct, we have to say that the price of an apple is greater than that of onion. In this option, we are comparing the price of an apple, that is the price of an apple we are comparing with some object, onion. We cannot do this. We'll have to compare the price of apple with price of onion. So this is not happening. So this is not correct. Same here, the price of an apple is more than onion. So this is not correct. The price of an apple is greater than that of an onion. So here we are comparing the price of an apple with the price of an onion. So this is the correct option. Apples are costlier than onions? No. So option C is only correct. Next question is, the Buddha said, holding on to anger is like grasping to hot coal with intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burnt. So according to this sentence, when you hold on to angers, hold on, grasping over here becomes hold on or to clutch. So out of these four options, which is will have to select below which is closest meaning of the word underlined above. So for grasping over here, we can put the correct same meaning as clutching. So the next question is, M has son Q and daughter R. So friends, here the type of question we are seeing. So I have already mentioned that we should make a habit of writing equation form or draw diagram of such type of equations. When the, like we can say, steps are given or some expression in the form of equations are given, we should make a habit of writing them into our sentences. So M has son Q and daughter R. He has no other children. So M has only Q and R. E is mother of P and daughter-in-law of M. How is P related to M? So for this question, I've already drawn this type of diagram. So M has children Q and daughter R. E is wife of Q, and since M has only one son, then E must be the given is M is daughter-in-law of E, so she must be wife of Q, and it is given that P is not gender is not mentioned over there, but child of P. So from this we can state that M is grandchild of P. We cannot state the gender over here. So which option gets correct over here? P is grandchild of M. Option B is correct. Next question is, the number that least fits in this set 230, 324, 441, 97 and 64 is. So I have already written over here which are squares of which numbers. So we know 18 square is 324, then 441 is 21 square, and 97 is not square of any number, 64 is 8 square. So odd number will be 97 for this. Next question, it takes 10 seconds and 15 seconds respectively for two trains traveling at different constant speeds to completely pass a telegraph post. So for a telegraph post to pass for a train, it would require how much distance it would cover, then as equals to length of train. So length of first train is 120 meters and the second train is 150 meters. The length of trains are given. The magnitude of differences of speed of two trains is. So I have already solved this question for you. So let's go through the solution. T1 passes the T1 passes the telegraph in 10 seconds. T2 in 15 seconds. Lengths are given over here, and we know that velocity equals to distance covered upon time required. So distance equals to length of train plus distance. Since if we know the length of for calculating complete distance, if we know the distance from starting to the where the telegraph is there, so we'll have to add this, but here it is not given, so distance would be 0. Only the length of train we'll have to consider, and for that we have calculated S1 and S2, and when we subtract S1 from S2 or vice versa, since we have to find the magnitude of difference. So here it becomes 10 minus 12 minus 10, that is 2. So next question over here is, so first 5 questions were like easy to gain marks, so they were very simple. Let's go through the sixth question. The velocity of vehicle along the straight line is measured in meter per second and plotted as shown with respect to time in seconds. At the end of 7 seconds, how much will the odometer reading increase by? So what exactly odometer is? It is measuring, it is a device that measures the distance in your two-wheeler or four-wheeler, it is your bike's vehicles. So here we have to calculate the reading that would be recorded by the odometer. So for solving this, we have given velocity versus time. So we can logically say that the area covered under this triangle in this 1 second would be equals to the distance that is covered by the vehicle. In mathematical part, we can take it as an integration. So here by calculating the area, we'll calculate every the distance covered in every 1 second, since we are given with the velocity and the time. So and adding all those 7 seconds distance, we'll be able to find out the total distance that would be covered by the car in these 7 seconds. So I have solved this. So here for 1 second, for that is for triangle, only the difference would come here. Here we'll have to calculate the area of triangle and the rectangle, this triangle, this rectangle, otherwise all are triangle and rectangle only. So I have calculated by using the formula of areas of triangle and squares, that is half base into height and length into breadth respectively, and I have calculated the total area that is covered within a total distance that is covered by the car in 7 seconds or the vehicle in 7 seconds. Next question. That is the overwhelming number of people infected with rabies in India has been flagged by World Health Organization, that is WHO, as a source of concern. It is estimated that inoculating 70% of pets and stray dogs against rabies can lead to significant reduction in number of people infected with rabies. So which of the following can be logically inferred from above statements? So over here, as we know that rabies is mainly that is infectious disease, and it occurs because of biting of animals, infected animals, and inoculation here means vaccination. So according to this paragraph, it is stated that if the infected animals, pets and stray dogs are like vaccinated, then even though they bite some person, he would not be infected with rabies. So over here, and thus we would be able to decrease the number of decrease the infection to people by 70%. So over here we'll have to let's go through the statements and see which statements explains this correctly. Number of people in India infected with rabies is high. Yes, why WHO is doing the doing the survey? Because it must be high. The number of people in other parts of world who are infected with rabies is low. So the sentence does not at all make any sense over here, because we are not at all concerned with the infection in other countries. The next option is, rabies can be eradicated in India by vaccinating 70% of stray dogs. This sentence as well does not make any sense, because eradication over here means to remove it completely. It is stated that 70% of stray dogs, if we vaccinate, then it would reduce. The word that is used over here is reduced and not eradicate. So this statement is also not correct. Stray dogs are main source of rabies worldwide. It is animals, not only stray dogs. So the only option that seems correct is option 1. The next question is, the flat is shared by 4 first-year undergraduate students. They agreed to allow the oldest of them to enjoy some extra space in the flat. The Manu is 2 months older than Shravan. So as I have already stated that we should make a habit of writing this into order. So who is 3 months younger than Trideep? Pawan is a month older than Shravan, who should occupy extra space in the flat. So if we are able to arrange these people in their order of ages, so we'll be able to easily solve this question. So according to given sentences, I have already stated the equations over here. So from this, I would be able to write them in the order of this, in the order of their ages. Since S is 3 years younger than T, that is T is elder than S by 3 years, and by M is elder than S by 2 years, means M should be younger than T, and P is elder than S by 1, so he must also be younger than T. So over here we get that T is the eldest, so who should get higher space or more space in extra space in flat? It is T, that is Trideep. So in this way we can easily solve such type of questions and in minimum time. So the next question is, find the area bounded by lines 3x plus 2y equals to 14 and 2x minus 3y equals to 5 in the first quadrant. In the first quadrant, that is this quadrant, we have to find out the area covered by these two lines, that is this area. And we can logically think that if we know coordinates of this point, this point, this point, this point and these points, then we would be able to find out the area of complete triangle as well as area of this triangle. And so subtracting this area from the complete triangle, we would be able to find out this area. So how will we find the coordinates of these points, since we do not have all the coordinates? So we will see how I've solved this question. So we have two equations, and from that the coordinates of A, that is x coordinate by putting y, I have calculated. Then similarly by putting xy equals to 0, I have calculated the value of B coordinates B. Then C, the same way I have calculated, and D also. Okay, so A, B, C, D, these 4 coordinates can be easily drawn from this. For calculating the coordinates of E, what we will have to do is, I have solved over here, we'll have to solve these two simultaneous equations and find the coordinates of E and F respectively. So I have multiplied the first equation by 3, second by 2, and so I am able to find out the coordinates of X, that is E is 4 comma 1. Since we have to consider, we cannot put anyone at 0 because E would have E is having both the coordinates x and y. So simultaneously solving this equation, we get the coordinates of E. Similarly, we get the coordinates of F by solving this. Then since we have coordinates of all the triangle over here, so easily we can solve this, that is find out the area of triangle OAB and CA, and by using the similar formula for the triangle, area of triangle half base height, we can calculate this area, and that comes to be 15.25. So the last question is, the straight line is fit to data set ln the coordinates of ln x comma y. This line intercepts the abscissa. Abscissa is x-axis at in ln x, that is natural log x, equals to 0.1 and has a slope of minus 0.02. What is the value of y at x equals to 5? So we are given the coordinates of abscissa, that is x equals to 0. So and has the slope of, this line has a slope of 0.02 minus 0.02. What is the coordinates of x? Coordinates of y at x equals to 5. So we have to find out the coordinates of y at x equals to 5. So this question is really very simple, and since we have the slope and the x coordinate, we can put this into y equals to mx plus c and find out the coordinate of y. So over here I have put ln of x equals to 0.1, y equals to 0, and so we get the value of C, and we have the value of m as well. So from this we get the value of constant, and using this value of constant, since constant would be having same value, we'll find out the value of y at x equals to 5. So similarly, by putting the value of slope c and log 5, that is x, so we get the value of y as 0.030. So this way I have solved all the questions of GATE 2016 set 3 aptitude, and we will continue with GATE 2017 questions. Thank you.